Hello. How's everybody doing today? So how's everybody doing today? How's everybody doing so good? I've seen a lot of people. He's talking about it every time. I've seen this, and we had to keep, even though we're not in this politics, we always wanted, for my channel, I wanted to keep it as possible to inspire by that. But sometimes we need to come really clean to come really truthful about this whole situation. Always wanted to come in so we can entertain him for this. Good Snack Cider, shout out to him with the 91st. Not only for him, you got Ice Cube, Brad. You got a few other ones just waiting for the merge to happen. But before we get started, I don't want to shout out to anybody. The things we're going to be talking about is not a thing. It's what is going on up the stream. I just want to let you guys know. Welcome that, but usually I make it between like Saturdays and Sundays. Let me turn my camera on. Saturdays and Sundays. I was going to do a stream last night, but because you guys probably know, I was too busy watching football because my aunt was watching football. Texted me. My team is playing against Tennessee. I was just watching. I want to make this entertaining as possible. That's how it is. That's when I wanted to check it out. But anywho, welcome back to another stream of behind the scenes of what's going on with Hollywood. I know, and every time, we had to be talking about this again. I didn't want to do it, but at the same time, I had to make this stream because of the fact that we hear and see some of the people that wants to sue the merge, like for us. So let's get this started soon. Now, shout out to one of our men sitting over there. I always like to send this camera on. Shout out to so many people that got entertaining it. Brown Face, Dr. Angels, and CS the director. He does has a point for that too. I was going to join the channel. I was literally going to join him because of the fact that something's just going on with Hollywood. And they're not even the same like they used to. Like, it's not a special place because if we don't respect the actors, and I'm talking about good actors like Tom Hogan, Mel Gibson, who else? So we got Ice Cube, you got all these good actors, iconic actors like Terry Crews, Tom Cruise, and all of them. that spoke up the truth what's going on about Hollywood over the years. They don't respect them. If you don't and even Adam Sandler, he's another one. I mean, you don't have to film Hollywood nowadays like you used to. Because now you can film any states now. I mean, I guess you film like New York and California. I guess you film few states. I'm not so sure yet. Well, I knew it for it's been doing it for years, but and other countries they've been doing entertainment stuff for decades. You know, filming the stuff, industry, movie industry and stuff. You know how it is, but we in this world today that they turn out to be the worst state that they became now that everybody that we didn't recognize now, and especially when coming to politics. And again, I don't like politics. It never was. I mean, used to a little bit, but now I'm not because it's a fact of energies. It's all started like 5 years ago, and then the wider swathes is messed up. It's been messed up a lot. And I know I've been talking about this merger so many times for months, like almost a year. Sorry, my mom background. Anyways, it's been going on wild crazy with this movie center, but you probably know. Like you've seen a bunch of people, but for us, hold on for 1 second. I can deal with these things. Okay, like I was saying, for us, we grew up with theatrical release, DVDs, VCR, and we heard and shout out to CBR, the director on this one about blockbusters. If you guys are a biggest fan of blockbusters, yeah, they will be coming back, but they are coming back to certain states. You know, in which I haven't been there since I was a kid. I still miss blockbusters at the end of the day. Netflix used to be different, and now they're gonna turn out to be the worst because it's it's like CS always said. It's because of the modeling they became political modeling, and it wants to remake stuff to push in all daters. No, to get what it is, it has been Korean in the first place. Like, it's really starting to bunch me out of the situation. You know, sorry, just remember. Anyways, I'll be right back, and then we'll continue this in a second. I am back, guys. I just want friend Austin over there. Continuing that. But yeah, but what I've seen about this whole situation, we care about theatrical release. We care about theaters. You know, DVDs, without them, none of this exists. But if you're going to push certain stuff for fans, for the audience want it, then it's going to cause chaos. Because for me, I still had a DVD over there with Power Rangers on there. I want to bring it back to the cable. Bring it back to the cable network. Still had for me, I still had that. You can still watch cables and old shows and TV shows from way back then, and that's why I had to watch some old movies to cool me down before I really started getting really PC about this whole system. Because of that, of what the dumbass logged in the end, I might have to start making it a little bit short swing a little bit. But for the other stuff of that I had easy gift that we're going to be talking about, that's why movie studios should move. And I know some people hate doing it, but I hate the ideas for this. You guys probably know. It's because this idiocy, when you see movies that not like all the time, including that they turn out to be, they don't. First, we always talk about it. They don't respect the actors, and I'm talking about good actors, good writing, producers, and some of the bad directors. I'd have a little issue with this because when you hire certain bad directors that doesn't know the research for that, instead of you hiring that knows stuff are maturing. And I seen about this Minecraft movie. I did not want to look at it. I mean, it's good for them. Good. It's your opinion. But for me, when I engine about some stuff, I want to see that they make people entertained. In fact, they don't. It's like Hollywood doesn't want to change into modeling like Barbie and Minecraft and certain franchises. You want to bring it live, but you want to change them to modeling and make them so dramatic. Like, it's ridiculous how they became. It's so dumb. It's so really dumb that Hollywood became. It's so dumb that they became. And I know we all talk about it as movie fan. It's been saying it like a lot of times for this. The Simpsons, they turn out to be, I know I should have said universally, because I get it. I guess why Disney bought Fox, but again, it should have been universally. They would have made a bit bigger budget, and they would have treated way more respectful, and the jokes would have been funnier than Disney when he owned it. They would have treated them a lot better than Disney. Universally would have beat them. They almost had it. They almost had it with the Muppets, because remember, back in 2019, when it was a cell phone fine, this is not only for them. This is when Universally almost won with Fox. They couldn't have won. They would have kept the name Fox instead of Studio. Well, before there was 20th Century Fox, fun fact, there were 20th Century Fox and Fox Films. The guy named Wilmer Fox, who owns that, who created the films industry, and laying on the people who owns it, and it's back in 1920s. That's how they became one. And I realized everything because I did some research of that, and I didn't know until I realized everything. So that's how they came seeded for there. But if you're going to treat the company right, treat them respectful, that cares about the theatrical release and give the audience and fans what they wanted when they're going on to. Because all we wanted is good contract, good quality, and good entertainment. We wanted no wokeness, and we said it multiple times. We said it. We all, as fans, been saying it is. We don't want no wokeness in our politics in our movie industry. Because if you're going to affect the fans with this stuff, it's going to go as far as it has been today. And that is the reason why we've been talking about Hollywood is going down because of the fact. Let me see if I had an article. Let's see if I had the guy. Yeah, I really think that whatever the reasons, if they don't work it out, I'm going to be honest. I still think that they're going to own Warner Bros. Paramount buying Warner Bros. It's a winner. Okay, so a while ago, let's see if I find an article. A while ago, but not yet. You see, he's a Walter with Bennett. You know, a while ago, I hear much stuff about this Eternal Genable. And again, he's still at it again. I knew he was lying. I knew this guy is lying so many times. For his... And like I said in the previous streams, if he keeps doing that again, he's going to get so much worse that the other studios will be moved out along one side. And that's what we need to talk about, because I think I had the bruising in. See, we got Freddy Conquest, what's going on, buddy? Who's going to be watching the football together, man? Last night. I've been seeing you thinking about it. But Hollywood is... Yeah, they're not treating these IPs and everybody's to shame like they used to. Attorney General Bob Butcher, and this is like yesterday, and then today I heard that he's canceling, meaning he doesn't even care. He just want Paramount Skydance to sell some new stuff and keep them entertaining. They want to keep them the way it is. I don't think he'd understand. Everything just changed up. They understand, because it's been happening like last year. Because of the simple fact that this company keep them copyrighted when they're trying to react to stuff, and you picking certain people and I copyrighted, disrespect actors that they've been working on all these years, fire them for no reason, and all this type of stuff. Now, Paramount is winning. Because they want to bring back when it's working to the golden days. But, like I said, if Hollywood and Attorney General is not doing it what he's supposed to be with this deal, they got 2 months to thinking about it. And I'm like I said, you know, like Spencer Prayer always said, even this dude lose in a minute that he was wrong, because I know not that he's not gonna be listening. He's gonna keep doing that, making an excuse. Or California's losing. That means they're done. Because it's David Ellison, and I don't blame him. I really don't blame him. I really don't blame him too. I really don't blame David Ellison for this too. I'm gonna be honest. Because if I were the studio, I mean, look, studio, I would have been saying this to them. If you like it, we're leaving, and it's not gonna be all problem. It's gonna be their fault. You know, I would tell their attorney general and these people that too. And I know that the mayor and the governor are scared, and California is scared. And I'll kind of feel, and I want to shout out to the Paleface channel or this too. I did a last just a while ago, and I know everybody is also blaming them. I do too. Main reason why the industry is messed up. Not only that, the writer strikes. It's all started 3 years ago. Now, it's been doing it for decades, but it's pretty different then. Now, this has all been started, and I make this a while back. It's been doing it for decades since then, since the 10s, 20s. It's been doing it for decades. They've been doing it for a long time, but that's different then. And they started, and then wanted to change anything. But maybe it got a little bit worse. Not that worse, not that bad at the time. But today, yes. It got way too worse of the writer strike that they want to change into modeling than it has been one. The WJA, not J, the WGA, the writers, Skyler and Young, administrators, and always want to complain about then that they want the student to be seen because he needs some of the chances like that. It's not. They don't need it. It's not going to work. It's never been the same because they are the main reason why that they messed it up. And when you put some swap stuff to our faces to the audience and doesn't give us what we wanted, so yeah, the why it's the main one. Not only that, you know, I kind of feel a little bad for the 12 states that got in a mess, but Rob Biter is the one you guys should be blaming. Anything you should be blamed is Rob Biter, the Attorney General, that who is putting in the mess, because he's the main reason why that the studios got in this mess. Changed the whether it is with these chassis. I guess I'm not in the politics. I'm just getting some facts about what it should be. Just give him the true facts. Just give him the details and facts about this, because we all know this, that it was him all along. They mess up. All we care about. It's a lot of entertaining stuff. What this dude did is disrespectful. And I don't, like I said, I don't blame David Ellison on this one, because just tell you what, he doesn't blame Juice. He know he's coming slowly. You don't know how much powerful that he is. If California keeps doing it again, I mean Hollywood, for example, if he keeps doing it, then he's going to take the studio out of California. Now, my thought is, I will give him a lot of thoughts about this, because I will have to split up some groups. And so what the studios should be, if they mess up, if the studios would be followed out on what it should be. Now, one, Tennessee, first one, Tennessee is the only first one that, called him out, had him over there. I think they should be moved, had 3 studios, for my honest opinion, and that have enough room, and that including Paramount, Skynet, Warner Brothers, and you gotta add MGM, because the reason why I said it is because their library is in there, and Ted Turner, who actually bought the rights at the time, back in 1986, 40 years ago, and then they sold it back to this other dude named Kurt, who's the owner, MGM. But the films is in their library. my mom recently. But like I was saying, that is my thoughts and my ideas. I'm just giving on this night, and I won't say it wasn't be happening. I'm just giving you some thoughts on my idea what it should be. If the studios to begin, well, those are the three studios you should have that one, and then the other thing you should split up to two groups. Had three studios moved to Tennessee, and then the other studios like two studios like Columbia or Sony, known as Columbia, because Columbia used to be Columbia, and then Universally. You can move to over there to Atlanta. Had the production over there. You can have them over there, or even that. I'm pretty sure just the governor had talked with them about that. It had more room for two, something like that. They will make some money. It will be what started. They will make a lot more. If they get the audience when they want, it's a winner. So like I said, I wouldn't say it's technically true if it's over. Just give me a lot of thoughts on my ideas. If it does happen, good. Or here's another option. I know they want to talk about going to Texas. No, here's the thing. If they wanted to do that, you had two studios to go over there, and you can move over there. If they're picked by, the government, ask them to it. You can have the studios over there, Warner Bros. And Paramount. While you can have, like, Tennessee can have MGM over there. Or Atlanta. Or you can have MGM had Atlanta alongside with the other studios moving out of California. Like, you got 3 states that you could come up with it. Maybe like it once more. But 3 states. That's what I figured. 3 states. But that is my thoughts and my ideas if it would have been happened, But I think my first option would have been better. I think the 3 studios should move to Tennessee, or I think it should be 2 groups for first option of 3 studios for first group, and then the second group would be 2 studios will move to other states. Or second option, you can have 2 studios in another state, 1 studio over there in another state, or 2 or 2 or whatever 2 to 3 groups to another state. That's my thoughts and my ideas that get them. But for me, I would prefer to have them move over there to Tennessee, because remember, Tennessee is asked them first. I know it depends on the business. They want to make some money. Get them taxpayer money to start their own production, to lead corners and stuff, to refresh their studios stuff, to have them over there. But like I said, Bob Iger is the one to be blamed, and it's his fault anyway. He was the main reason why the idiots really like him. And he's being a ridiculous crap for his own self. And I still don't trust him. Gavin Hunt, I still don't trust him. And even with Karen Bass on this one too, the mayor who's trying to ruin everything for 3 years ago, what he's supposed to be, messing it up. And like I said, if they mess it up, and you got this actor Mark who played Mark, who plays the Hulk, Bruce Bantam, the Hulk. Now I didn't know at the time about this whole situation. What placing would have been worse. Well, and then thought about it, it was good. But when you got like a lot of people has been talking about some stuff, they treat him very bad. Edwin, no way, I think his name. Let me know in the comments what his thing is. But yeah, it got way too worse of this idiot, and then you got like trying to get Netflix to buy it because I've been saying it. I don't want it with Netflix because if they're trying to do it, it's going to get worse, and they're trying to push it all of that into videos so you can make us believe pay for descriptions. And all they're trying to do is trying to buy it with this crap. And not only that, it's going to be so much worse if they own Universe. They are streaming companies and tech too. They turn out to be, the model. It's like you want everything like Hollywood doesn't want them to get. And they got so mad with Tom Holland's movie Spider-Man. Like the movie is good, man. The movie is good. I now understand they talking about it with area, but at the end of the day, the movie is good. It's 100% good. And I might see it again tomorrow if it does happen. The movie, the new Spider-Man Brand New World is a good movie. It's a good movie for PC. I will expect people opinions about it. But it does make a lot of money. It makes billions. And there are literally makes a budget for the history. And let's not forget, Sony literally still owns it. And I'm glad they didn't even show it to them because it would have been worse. Disney version, I think they treat the franchise really worse. While Sony treat a lot more better. Universal, on the other hand, they treat the franchise really better. And I really wish they would go back to making some more. If they can bring back the last Acrobat. They got rid of him instead of him keeping him. And I don't understand about it too. It's so ridiculous. They should have kept the dude. Sorry. Just eat McDonald's. Works fine. I just don't understand about this whole situation. Because now Hollywood wants to choose the hard way. You know, again, too much for them. They got like about a month and two, because if they keep screwing it up, guess what? They're done. And guess what? When you don't play in games like David Ellison, and I know a lot of you hate him for certain enough. I'm talking about the bad side, not the good side, but the bad side of Hollywood. You guys gotta remember, he loved movies. He just wanted to bring it back, fix the issue of the studio and the franchise when it's been working. Can you imagine with the 91st? Yeah, you know, I've been down with that too, you know. Started watching it and it was pretty good. You know, if they do another one, like Zack Snyder, if they can make this, you know, pace a little faster, they're going up. But, you know what I mean? All I wanted is, I know I said it a lot of times, just give us an entertainment, just give us good entertainment and stuff, and all of this stuff will be good. But the issue is Hollywood. Hollywood is another reason why that they wasted our time. We would have had our stuff last month, but they messed it up. They really messed it up and waste our time. We were so close to get that they would got it close. Because of the damn politics they're talking about. The politics. And it's really starting to bunch a lot of people off because I don't really trust them with some turn digital. Maybe some digital, but not fortunately too much to people. Again, I had a lot of friends that buy DVDs from the thrift stores and Blockbuster and all stuff. What happened to this stuff is really gone. You're gonna force the older stores like Netflix to get rid of them to support it. That's never. It's all about power. This is all they want is power. And I don't understand about this too, because Attorney General is mocking him for the stupid excuse lays for his dumb stuff. He should have had kept it to his stuff, but no. Now California is scared, and you know what? Like, I hate to say this right now. I hate to say this, but it's true. They should be scared because the way you treat these actors, the good actors, the way you treat these good actors is poorly. I don't understand why it's a big deal that this dude's blogging, man. He's better. He's no better than that. Now, if you want to save Hollywood, then the dude needs to be gone permanently. And just get Spencer Price as the mayor and just fix the whole situation. Change the rules and go back to what it was working. But if not, they're probably will move to a different state. And not only that, you got few studios that's going to move out with it. They're going to forward them too. Not only two studios that David Ellison is going to take the studios away from them. It's going to move the studios out of this California, but also the three studios is going to move out of them. You got Universal's Pictures, because again, really sick and tired of them talking about it. Sony, they always complain about it, of the son of the Spider-Man movie. They might as well move out of there and go to a different state. And soon I will get to it in a minute because it's not over. And MGM, my favorite friends, my favorite movie company of all times. And I will show you this because MGM is one of my favorite all times. They used to be on Hollywood and they moved in over there. Here's what's going on. My favorite franchise because MGM used to be on Hollywood. They used to be in Hollywood back in the days until 50s. And then moving over there to the other side in California. Let me show you this picture really quick. Yeah, this is the favorite. This is my iconic favorite. MGM was my favorite, and I really wish they would have kept that logo instead of them for them to change it. So yeah, are you in the new series? No, I wish I have. If I had a chance, if you are you in the news? Right? No, I wish I have. Yeah, we gotta talk about Power Rangers too. I wish I have. I really wish I. You know, it's what. It's funny you guys asked for this. I wish I really had. I would have had a spinoff. For my character. We see on this series. I would have had a spinoff. I could have contacted them. I would have bought the constant, but if I did, I would have done it better. I would have suggested them and done it better instead of for them to use AI and all that. But if you want to see my video, how my reaction is, and what I thought about this, go check it out. Now, the Ninja Kids, like I said, the Ninja Kids videos that I seen, they're probably gonna do another one. If not, they mess up. But yeah, wish I kind of was, cause a long time ago, like a few years ago, I almost want to be in that show, Dino Fury and Concert Free, cause I would have had this little spin-off and continue on that, and I want to make sure to make this dark. It was really supposed to be that coming in and said no. And I almost want to disagree with them. And I don't understand about this because I didn't realize when they met. So What about Beast Hunters? I would have, you know, again, I would love to be joining them too. If I had a chance, I would have checked the dude and said it, but it depends. I would have get them the idea of the character from RPM. Just play it as a flashback. Had somebody, uh, I've been trying to make this happen. I want to make this really happen for you guys with this Power Ranger stuff. I've been trying to get this thing done, but right now I'm just focused on getting the cast really quick. And once I get the cast, I've been doing it with the editing with the Power Rangers. But if you guys want to check out my you guys want to check out my my other channel called Money Heroes NT. I will show you this. You guys can check it out because I've been voicing. Right now I've been focused, but it will be. I would have wanted to join them. Again, it would have been a little spinoff too. I would have been really famous right now. Now, if it does happen, if it does really happen, yeah, people would have gone crazy if it would have happened. But then, I didn't get a chance. I was pretty nervous now, so Again, I want to get them the new ideas too. Flashback for them to travel or something like that. Yeah, that's. But yeah, if you guys want to check out my other channel, see if I can send it, so you guys can go in there and check it out, which is on Android. Now I'm working on a Dirt audience series, Dirt Part audience series too, so I'm gonna have to wait and see how this thing's going so far. Because, like I said, right now I'm getting the cast completely so I can work on get their voice. You guys want to check it out? Here's a link. If you guys want to check out Money Heroes Entertainment channel, I suggest you go watch it. The Dawn one, I'm working on it. I'm trying to get this done as possible as I could, so you guys can check it out. And once I get this sold to the other class, something like that, I will definitely, somehow get it with this done with this Wi-Fi and stuff. I wanted to make this happen with Hasbro, and I didn't get a chance to. In the process of it didn't work out. Like, I get them the ideas about it too. I mean, I'm trying to waste some testing about it. And I realize didn't see I'm trying to, my teachers in school at the time to call them. Like, I've been trying to get their nut. How was I supposed to go them? I said to myself, I said to myself, how am I supposed to call them? Like, I'm nervous. Like, I'm afraid they're gonna lose. I get really excited. Like, I'm afraid they not gonna walk their idea. I got excited at the time. That was like 4 years ago. That was 4 years ago, and I got really excited about this too. I never realized at the time too, because I was excited. I want to, make this stuff really true. I always want to make something really true. I want to inspire by it, because I didn't technically get to watch everything. Because at the time I needed help. I couldn't even think nothing. I couldn't even think nothing. My brain is messed up. I can't even think nothing. I need help with this stuff. If I wish I had. I wish I would have thought about this too. Because if I had realized about this too, then you know it would have been disaster, and I never would have get a chance. So yeah, it would be great. Would be in the Ninja Kids project. I would be kind of like a pre. I want to say I want to be in a new character, but I'll say I will be in a pre Camelo. I'll say a pre Camelo. I'll be a pre Camelo of each some of these people's YouTube players that I'll be appearing on. I'll be appearing on some of them, something like that. And yeah, I'll be like a being a pre Camelo. So yeah, but this is really crazy. Like I never get a chance to get the suit. Like I wanted to have a studio over there and originally over there in Salisbury, and that's in North. But the plan is, I want it in Delaware. I can't have it in New York, but you know how it is. And I never get any chance because you know how Hasbro is with Jason Denver Franks and all them. I've been talking with some friends about this too, and I've been looking over there. They hate his ideas. Brian Goddard would have loved his ideas because he's way more respectful than these people in this outfit does. Because his original vision plan is to, if they love his idea, he would have made into it and something like that. What his vision is, like, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. Could have got the suit. Could have got the suit. Like I was this close to get the suit last year. Like I never get any chance. Oh wow. This is really like a new secret mode. The but yeah, I knew that this guy wanted to be trusted. Yeah, for even to being that, I had to get a get a lease on for even Hasbro and Paramount up to sale. Because last year, before this, or last year before that too, I wanted MGM to buy that franchise because remember, if you don't notice it, they used to work together with Disney with these parks too before it separated. And I would have said is that MGM almost bought it. They almost won again to buy it. If they haven't been bankrupt, but apparently it didn't happen. It's kind of planned for that, but they've been bankrupt. They wouldn't make it to it, but they've been bankrupt. So, and that's why they sold it to Saban. And I didn't know that that's the time because I never know that it's not going to appeal on ABC Kids, and they turn out to jettison to Disney SD. Yeah. Yeah, I had to start doing a wing on, well, not just wing, but completely tell her the truth about what's going on behind the scenes. Dream, but tell the story about what this actually will happen, what is going on behind the scenes. Yeah. Way too ridiculous what Hollywood became right now. Like, I don't understand about this whole situation. And I like her. No, alter. This guy doesn't make sense. I still don't understand about this, and it's getting ridiculous. So yeah, yeah, and I was pretty mad about this earlier about this too. But I know you guys, have situation about this too. It's just the fact that if you want to make this for the audience, please don't. Because of the fact that you see Bob Iger from the Attorney General likes to make us stuff. You can't believe them what they're saying. Just apologize. Just don't get into it. So yeah, I'm gonna make this a little bit short. Before I do make this, wrap it up. Before I make this really quick to say this before I wrap this up. I know some of the people will start making the streams pretty way on. But I just want to say this, like, this is getting way too particular off ridiculous when it turns out to be the worst nightmare of Hollywood for not getting themselves together. And especially you had the idiot who wants to blame on the Ellisons for dominating reason for dominating reasons, and is also the writers, the 12 states that they had no business to get into, that they got nothing. It is kind of their fault too, because they should never got into it, and it's also Viagra for mistakes. Rob by Walter, he should be. He's gonna find out. Like I said, the guy who should be fighting out one of these days. And I don't blame David Allison on this one. I just literally tell him just get the studio out of there. If it doesn't work, just get the studio out of there. But that's all I gotta say. Now my option is if you watch this David Allison, the three options that if you work on the part, if the studios leave, I really recommend it, move to Tennessee. It depends on the business. But if the studios like MGM, Universal, and Sony, Columbia, slash Columbia, if you watch this, they probably will do the same thing too. Because one of them, from my ideas, is one of the studios alongside with Paramount, Warner Brothers, whatever that they go, it's got to be MGM because they kind of attached to Warner Brothers with Tom and Jerry and certain movie films is in their library, and Warner Home and Warner Home Video. So that's where they put this stuff into it, and yeah, had Dewey split up the two groups, had Dewey Studios moving to a different state, while the two state moving to a different state and relocated to start their production. Treat them really better, or they could just split up like two to three groups in the second Austin. There's two studios there, one studio there, or another studio over there alongside with Sony and slash Columbia and Universal Pictures on Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, or something like that. You guys probably know what I mean. But that is my thoughts in my head, my ideas. But I reckon that the first one. Because it does kind of make sense. If you had like Paramount, Warner Brothers, and MGM moving to Tennessee while two studios relocated to Georgia, yeah, it's over for Hollywood in California because the studio is going to move alongside too with these taxes too. If you're going to make them looking bad, studios looking bad, they're going to move. But if like I said, if Allison doesn't play in Paramount doesn't play well. If you see the Sonic movies, yeah, that's what they did. But this is the old Paramount of the team at the time. And I'm glad somebody actually pointed out. So shout out to see us on this one with the Sonic movies. If they want to blame about the old Transformers, I don't know what my friends want to go on because I know they're going to be mad. But like I said, for me, we just want the good stuff back the way it used to be because of the fact that we just want good quality. Good quality and good entertainment, and keep the theaters alive, movie theaters alive. We want the studio that actually trusts the studio that cares about the theatrical release a lot more than streaming. Just bring physical copy and everything. Because if you guys go up with physical media, like me, I always care about the DVDs, the VCR, and good consoles. Look, we just wanted all this stuff to be began and continue when we left off before this. So that is my honest thoughts about this. Of the stream. I'm gonna start wrapping up right now. If anyone don't even want to cuss about these Power Ranger stuff, because I do need to start making a stream videos about Hasbro Thursday about this too, because there's a lot of stuff that needs to be talking about this too. With Brian Gonigan, who bought Power Rangers. I will start making another stream about Power Rangers again, because I haven't been focused on it since the last time. Because life and all that, people's being busy. But I will eventually go talk to some friends about this too, because him and I keep in touch too. So Andrew do. I want to shout thank you guys for showing up for this. I won't forget it. The Power Rangers, Power Mode has been well. Even though we all thought that it's going to be excited better than last year or year before. Sorry, a year before. I thought it's going to be better than a year before, but no, it got a little worse. But at least we got good contact with the Playmates And yeah, it's not even good to go. We see a lot of people make some good content. Brennan Fruit, I want to shout out to you guys. I want to shout out to him, Freddy Conquesto for showing up, and Modern Gang 008. We'll talk about some Power Ranger stuff later on. Bobby Dursey. Thursday swing, because we'll talk about some more friends. Get back to the Power Ranger stuff, but sometimes we need to get to the truth about what's going on behind the scenes. But yeah, if anyone want to join in for the next week podcast, well, not Jersey stream, because we will be planning on this later on and such and such. So yeah, I'll catch you guys later on, and just remember, this is a host, everyone while I was here. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later with another stream. If we does had another updating news again about behind the scenes of Hollywood. But yeah, that is it for the stream for behind the scenes of what's going on in Hollywood. Sometimes we're making the stream by laying on. I will have to go back to making schedule again, because I have been doing this since the last time. But if any of you do, and I'll catch you guys. What are we waiting on? Peace.